Okay, last lecture where we had stopped. 7.5 to 8.3 pH. Alpha amylase amide of C. Okay. One enzyme known as enterokinase. If you know that enterokinase is an enzyme which is of the intestinal juice, but this enzyme is originated in intestine but work on the duodenum. So enterokinase is an enzyme of the intestinal juice which acts as a coenzyme. Okay, so this enterokinase, also known as enterobacterase, fine. So it activates the trypsinogen into trypsin. So enterokinase or enterobacterase activates trypsinogen into trypsin. Amylase, protease, pepsin, trypsin, all are protein. Common question asked in NEET. Pepsin, trypsin, amylase, renin, all are proteins and all are enzymes, I mean to say, but enzymes are made up of protein. Fine. Trypsin and chymotrypsin are endobacterase. Trypsin and chymotrypsin are endobacterase which are activated with the help of enterokinase or enterobacterase. So after activation of trypsin, you know that chymotrypsinogen is converted into chymotrypsin and procarboxybacterase is converted into carboxybacterase. So trypsin converts protein into peptones and proteoses and long polypeptide chains, whereas chymotrypsin converts long polypeptide chain into short polypeptide chain, whereas carboxybacterase converts short polypeptide chain to dipeptides. So trypsin, chymotrypsin and carboxybacterase all are proteolytic enzyme. But at the end of the protein digestion, the dipeptide is generated there. Okay, and this dipeptide is now here generated in the duodenum and then entering the intestine. And in the intestinal juice, erepsin, if you know that erepsin or a peptidase, with the help of that, so dipeptide is converted into amino acid. So, especially in the jejunum, you know that intestinal juice, it is also known as succus entericus.
Yes.
Intestinal juice is known as succus entericus. And intestinal juice, it is secreted in the jejunum. And majority of villi are present here in the jejunum. So, the complex food is digested and converted into simplest form. And maximum absorption occurs here in the jejunum. So protein is simplified and converted into amino acid. Similarly, that lipase converts the monoglyceride into fatty acids and glycerol. And here remember that nucleotidase and nucleosidase type enzymes are present here in the intestinal juice. Up to right now, we have not discussed that nuclease enzyme is present in saliva as well as gastric juice. Bile juice is not a true digestive juice. એક આપણે કીધું છે. In pancreatic juice, we are now here in the pancreas. So pancreatic juice, in the nuclease enzyme is there. So this nuclease enzyme digests the DNA as well as RNA and convert it into nucleotide and nucleoside. So this nucleotide and nucleoside are entered inside the jejunum, and nucleases are absent in the intestinal juice. Remember, nucleases are absent in the intestinal juice, but instead of the nucleases, nucleotidase and nucleosidase are present there. So what happened here? With the help of nucleotidase, nucleotide is converted into nucleoside, and with the help of the nucleosidase, nucleoside is converted into pentose sugar and nitrogen base. As usually you know that in the DNA as well as RNA, we define it as a polynucleotide. Polynucleotide means polymerization of the nucleotides. And nucleotide is nothing but nucleoside and phosphate group is there. And nucleoside consists two things, pentose sugar and nitrogen base. I will explain you in the 6th chapter, in the DNA in detail. The last portion of the DNA, I will ask you the 10 questions. And if you are eligible, if you are able to give the answer of the 10 questions, in need you can attend any type of the question related to the DNA. Only 10 questions. Fine. The 5 to 6 questions are very easy. The remaining 4 questions you have to little bit think about that. Not that much hard. But if you little bit apply your logical knowledge, then you are able to give the answer. Only 10 questions for that. 6th chapter. Fine. So nucleotidase convert the nucleotide into side, and sidase convert side into nitrogen base and phosphoric acid, pentose sugar. In this way, DNA as well as RNA is digested and converted into simplified form. And according to the sequence in our body, according to the sequence of the DNA in our body, so again from this raw material, pentose sugar and nitrogen base, sides or tides are generated. And in replication, this material is used there for the formation of the new strand of the DNA as well as the RNA. Yes, we all the organisms have structurally and chemically similar DNA as well as RNA, but sequence is different in us. In all the organisms, genetic material is nucleic acid, but in most of the organisms, genetic material is DNA, whereas in the virus the genetic material is RNA. Fine. So here we all have chemically and structurally similar DNA as well as RNA, but sequentially it is different. Fine. Okay. So nucleases are present here. Now the physiology of digestion, make the point there. Because એ પ્રોટીનને અંદરથી બ્રેક કરે છે અને આ શું કરે છે ટ્રિપ્સિન એન્ડ કાઇમોટ્રિપ્સિન એન્ડોબેક્ટેરિયાઝ આપણે એટલા માટે કીધું છે કે because you know that protein is converted into peptones and proteoses as well as long polypeptide chain. And a major portion of the digestion of the lipid can be carried out with the help of these two enzymes. It breaks the protein strand. It breaks the protein strand by breakdown of the peptide bonds by hydrolysis process. Carboxypeptidase has little bit function as small polynuclear oligopeptide chains. Small oligopeptide chains converted into dipeptide only. So that procedure is very simple there. But here peptide bonds are broken down. Peptones and proteose is converted into long polypeptide chain, as well as long polypeptide chain is also converted into short polypeptide chain. So you know that chyme.
Yes.
Chyme means that little bit portion of the protein is digested in the stomach. So that protein is digested and converted into peptones and proteoses there. The remaining portion is undigested of the protein. That is in the protein form also. So that protein form converted into peptones and proteoses, and peptones and proteoses are converted into long polypeptide chains. So double type process is occurs here. That's why it is now.
तो आपने एंडोपेप्टिडेज को एक्सोपेप्टिडेज કેમ કહેશો?
एक्सोपेप्टिडेज નથી કહેવાનું. આઉટસાઇડ એ કોઈ પ્રોસિજર નથી. These all are peptidase type of the enzyme. All are endomers, but are exo. And if the digestion is there in extracellular, you say that exopeptidase. But this process is intracellular. That's why endopeptidase is there. Okay, then. Okay, next point. Xylene digest only ripe and cooked starch. Xylene digest only ripe and cooked starch. It does not digest raw starch. It does not digest raw starch. 30% starch in buccal cavity is digested by xylene. Have you ever heard these two words?
Yes.
also known as deglutition. After digestion of the 30% of starch by Thylaene, the bolus is generated, and that bolus is swallowed for deglutition, fine, and entering the esophagus. What do you mean by regurgitation?
Opposite direction of bile.
Valves are open in the opposite direction. Generally, all the sphincter valves are one-way valves. Cardiac sphincter, pyloric sphincter, gullet, ileocecal valve, બધું કઈ યાદ આવતું હોય તો this all are gullet is the opening of the esophagus. So all the valves are one-way valves. In vomiting, regurgitation occurs. In vomiting, regurgitation occurs. And in vomiting, the vomitory substances are up to only stomach, not after stomach. Huh?
સર તો એ જે કાર્ડિયક સ્ફિંક્ટર હશે એનું સ્ટેટસ એટલે જે આપણને વોમિટ
ના એવું નથી. Indigestion occurs or food poisoning occurs. So in stomach the food is not digested. It cannot push forward in the pyloric stomach. So it needs to be removed. So it creates the nausea. It creates the nausea. You feel uneasiness in your stomach, and then vomiting occurs. Fine. But naturally, valves are one-way valves, open into the downward direction. I mean to say in the forward direction. But in vomiting, regurgitation occurs. So all the substances are come back.
ફૂડ ઉપર હોય.
Sorry, medulla and muscles. Medulla in that vomitory center is there. In medulla, vomiting center is there. Nausea and vomiting center there. Center is located in the medulla. But for vomiting and nausea, the reflex is created that is present in the throat, behind the tongue. So when you put the finger behind the tongue, at that time that center, vomiting reflex center is stimulated. Medulla gives the message to the muscles to initiate the vomiting process. એટલે કોઈ પર્સને ફિનાઇલ કે એસિડ એ કોઈ ટોક્સિક ડ્રગ એ પી લીધું હોય સ્યુસાઇડ કરવા માટે, તો ઇનિશિયલી એના માઉથમાં ફિંગર નાખી એને વોમિટિંગ કરાવી દેવાનું. બેટર જેટલી વોમિટિંગ કરી લે એટલું પોઈઝનિંગ લેસ થશે, એટલું ડેમેજ લેસ થશે. બને એટલું પહેલા આ કામ કરવાનું. બરાબર? And in pregnancy vomiting is normal due to enlargement of the uterus, due to growth in the embryo. Enlargement of the uterus push the stomach upward, and that's why vomiting reflex is created there. So it is natural one, right? It is natural one. But don't consider that vomiting is abnormal there. Right? It is normal, but due to food poisoning, due to any type of the infection in the stomach, the food is not digested. That need to be removed outside of the body. So for that vomiting occurs. Yes.
Heartburn.
Sorry.
Heartburn.
Heartburn. Heartburn કઈ રીતે થાય?
એટલે these would be digestion ના related
Heartburn is the symptom of the acidity. Hyperacidity. ઇસોફેગસમાં બળવા માટે અને તમને હાઇપર એસિડિટી છે કે નહીં, વોમિટિંગ કરવાની જોઈ લેવાનું. સો વોમિટિંગ થાય, યુ હેવ ડેફિનેટલી હાઇપર એસિડિટી. ખાટી ઉલટી થશે because high amount of acid is present in your digestive tract. The highly acidic medium કોઈ બી સબસ્ટન્સ ને ડાઇજેશન નહીં થવાનું. બળશે એટલે તમને ઇસોફેગસમાં બળે છે કે બર્નિંગ સેન્સેશન તમને ચેસ્ટ રિજનમાં આવે એટલે તમને હાર્ટ બર્ન જેવું લાગે છે. ઇટ્સ નોટ અ હાર્ટ બર્ન. હા, પછી તમે બેઝિક કે કોલ્ડ સબસ્ટન્સ લઈ લો એટલે પછી તરત મટી સોરી ઘટી મટે નહીં. એમાં પાછો બરફ ગરમ, એમાં પાછું બરફ ગરમ. તમને ઇનિશિયલી રિલીફ આપે પણ ઈ જ એસિડિટી પ્રમોટ કરે. બહુ ઠંડુ પાણી પીતા હોય એને એસિડિટી પ્રોબ્લેમ રહે. માઉથ સુધી આપણને ચીલ્ડ લાગે, પછી અંદર જે હીટ ક્રિએટ કરે. મેં ન કીધું બરફ ગરમ. Regurgitation. Regurgitation. Renin is also known as chymosin. Don't confuse behind that chymosin and chymotrypsin. Why don't do the mistake behind that? The most important one, this is renin, present in the childhood stage, but it converts the milk protein known as casein into para-casein, and it is the one enzyme that is used for curdling of milk. Curdling of milk. અને આવું તમે ઓબ્ઝર્વ કર્યું હોય તો કોઈ ચાઇલ્ડ છે એ મિલ્ક ડ્રિંક કરે, આફ્ટર ફ્યુ મિનિટ્સ વોમિટિંગ occurs, curdling occurs. Clear? Sorry? Casein into para-casein. Casein, milk protein converted into para-casein. This procedure is known as curdling of milk, but in child. But dilute HCl, pepsin, and chymotrypsin, these all are curdling enzymes in adult human. વધારે મિલ્ક લઈ લીધું હોય ને એટલે એ થોડું મિલ્ક બહાર કાઢી નાખે, બધું નહીં. તમે અપ ટુ 2 to 3 months ચાઇલ્ડ હોય ને એને તમે ઓબ્ઝર્વ કરજો એને મિલ્ક વધારે પી લીધું હોય ને અથવા તો પીવડાવી દીધું હોય છોરાને, બરોબર, કંઈક આટલી ક્લાસ અને ખાટું હોય, ખાટી ઉલટી કરશે, કર્લિંગ. So in child, renin is curdling of milk enzyme, whereas in adult, dilute HCl, pepsin, and chymotrypsin are curdling enzymes. Fine. Sorry. Fine. શેમાં? ચાઇલ્ડમાં કે એડલ્ટમાં? ચાઇલ્ડમાં renin converts casein into paracasein. CAD casein into paracasein. And this procedure is known as curdling of milk. In adult, dilute HCl, pepsin, and chymotrypsin. In adult, dilute HCl, pepsin, and chymotrypsin are enzymes for curdling of milk. E. coli bacteria lives in the colon. E. coli bacteria lives in the colon, which feeds on undigested matter interned એટલે એની સામે bacterium produces vitamin B12, B1, B2 and K. Those are absorbed by colon. So here, E. coli bacteria are symbiotic bacteria in our colon. They live in the colon and take the nourishment from the undigested food and compensate to it in turn to it after taking the digestion or nutrient materials In turn to that, bacterium produces B1, B2, B12 and vitamin K. Okay, and this all the vitamins are absorbed by colon. So these bacteria are very useful.
એટલે સર બેક્ટેરિયા એટલે ઇકોલાઈ બેક્ટેરિયા પ્રોડ્યુસ કરશે ને વિટામિન
હા, આ બધા વિટામિન્સ ઇકોલાઈ ફોર્મ કરશે, પણ આપણા અનડાઇજેસ્ટેડ ફૂડમાંથી ન્યુટ્રિયન્ટ્સ લઈને કરે છે, એટલે આપણને હાર્મ નથી કરતા. અનડાઇજેસ્ટેડ ફૂડમાંથી આપણને કઈ ન જોઈએ. એ આ પ્રેઝન્ટ ઇન ધી કોલમ છે પણ એવી જગ્યાએ કે જ્યાં વેસ્ટ મટીરિયલ ફિશિસમાં કન્વર્ટ થાય છે. You know that the functions of the gastrin. Tell me the reply fast. Gastrin function. Hormonal regulation in alimenting canal. You know that enzymes, hormones, gastrin, pancreozymin, cholecystokinin, secretin. Yes or no? Have you heard this first time? First time.
સાંભળેલું છે
Okay, right hand. Hormone and their function. Make a table, small table. Hormone and their function. Okay, one side I will tell you the name of the hormone and opposite side its function, right? Gastrin. Stimulates the gastric gland to release gastric juice. Stimulates gastric gland to release gastric juice. CCK, cholecystokinin. Cholecystokinin also known as duokinin. Cholecystokinin or duokinin stimulates the gallbladder to release bile juice. Stimulates the gallbladder to release the bile juice. Secretin. Secretion of water and bicarbonate from pancreas. Secretion of water and bicarbonate from pancreas, and then you may continue. Inhibit gastric motility, inhibits gastric, secretion of water and bicarbonate from pancreas, inhibit of gastric motility, stimulates liver to secrete bile juice. સ્ટમકમાં churning જે છે એ reduce કરશે. Churning of food in the stomach. So muscular movement in the stomach can be inhibited. Next is GIP. GIP, gastrin inhibitory peptide, also known as enterogastrin. GIP, gastrin inhibitory peptide, also known as enterogastrin, inhibit the secretion of the gastric juice, and gastric motility. GIP inhibit the movement in the stomach and it slows down the passage of food in the pyloric stomach. Right? See, now don't make the mistake here. This is the duokinin. Now I can write the duocrinin. Duocrinin. Stimulates the Brunner's gland to secrete mucus. Stimulates Brunner's gland. You know that na submucosal gland or duodenal gland, known as Brunner's gland, to secrete mucus. Willikinin. Stimulate the activity of villi. Stimulates the activity of villi and VIP hormone. Vasoactive intestinal peptide hormone. Vasoactive intestinal peptide VIP. It reduces gastric motility. Okay, that's all about the hormonal regulation in the alimentary canal. Remaining thing we will discuss in the next lecture. Fine? Here I will stop.